Why do some people seem to achieve more in one day than others achieve in one week? It's not just about willpower, it's actually about structures with their time, or like I like to call structures for fulfillment. In fact, research shows that people who plan their time in increments using 168-hour cycles, which we'll talk about, rather than daily to do lists, are about 47% more productive and 2 times more likely to complete major projects. Welcome if you're new to my channel. My name is Dr. Erica Steele. I'm a board certified naturopathic doctor. I hold 7 degrees in my field. They're all in the natural healthcare space. I like to say that I went to school so you don't have to. And welcome to week 7 of Intro to Holistic Medicine, where we're applying neuroscience backed strategies to train your brain for execution, because most of us crash landed into this week. Last week was all about stress. So naturally, this week we're getting a little bit of movement as medicine, movement in our schedule, movement in our bodies. We're going to get it all moving. So today we're going to move beyond just our to-do list, and we're going to create a more structured execution strategy that creates results. So why do traditional time management fails? Well, the problem is that daily to-do list, bogs down. Even though I love to do daily to-do lists, mostly just to data dump things off my brain, get things organized, that's really it. When you start to look at the drudgery of a daily to-do list, it never ends, right? It's just like laundry. Like you get to the bottom and boom, the shirt that you just wore is off. So when we use a 168-hour framework, it allows us to see. When I first discovered that we have 168 hours in a week, that's as amount of hours as I have, as any other person on this earth, regardless of what they have in their world. We only have 168 hours. And what are we telling our time what to do? Many of us tell our money what to do, but we don't tell our time what to do. And our time is much more of a commodity than our money. And so doing it this way, we look at our weekly schedule, we look at our framework. So we're going to take our buckets, right? So we've got all of our buckets. So again, we're doing this on a daily basis. We're kind of flushing ourselves out. We're getting our to-do list out. We've got our morning, evening, or morning, middle, and evening. So we've chunked our schedule. So we have our 3-part. And then every single day, we're adding to our to-do list. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take those buckets and we're going to assign. Of course, every single day, we're going to make sure we have blocks for, our health, our meal prep, all those sorts of things. But maybe we work one day and then we're off another day. So maybe one day is more dedicated to family while another day is dedicated more to work, or vice versa. Or you have more leisure time on the weekends like I do, or you're more structured during the week. So the 168 hours really allows you to kind of see where you are with space and time and start to block things out. I used to start getting into a habit and a routine that helped my mind even more, where I go, okay, I treat patients Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 8 to 2, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2:30 to 8. And so I know that that's done, that's set. So I know those are work. So all of my patient care is done in those times. And then those off times were then I was working on my business. So there was times I was working in my business and then times I'm working on my business. So then I tend to break down into more high impact blocks. So naturally in the morning, I'm going to have more deep focus. And so I'm going to do more of my admin time in that instance. I'm not necessarily going to do a lot of things that require a lot of tediousness towards the evening hour. And I also want to make sure that I keep my health up. So I make sure I get that movement in the morning. I make sure I keep my meal prep going. I make sure I keep my water going, because all of that is going to keep me moving throughout the day, and it's going to keep me energized throughout the day, because I wake up energized and then I want to maintain, and then that nice gentle relaxation. That's why we say that a beginning of day, middle chunk where you're super focused, and then that evening wind down. And so having this consistency allows a lot of things. The brain executive functioning, you're not putting so much stress on it. It knows what to expect. There's a structure, and allows for self-growth where you're learning, you're developing more of your mindset, and also a spiritual practice, because there's very much a reverence to this. I also find too that it strengthens relationships. When you have dedicated time that you're spending, I'm spending time here, I'm spending time there, it allows for the space for those relationships to, curate and you to enjoy without the strain and frustration and feeling burnout. And the same thing goes with work too. You've got set times that you're working. I often would have my patients, when they left work, I'd have them have like a bush by their door office, and I'd have them just kind of take it off their brain and throw it in the bush established so that they weren't carrying it back home, because many times people would just carry it from place to place instead of leaving it in where it belongs, either work or home. So the Parkinson's law and the 12-week year is these short interval execution cycles that lead to faster success. So I really like doing these, these 12-week cycles, these 12-week leaps. So I'll take my 168 hours every single week, multiply that by my 4, multiply that by my 12 eventually, and then I've got different executions. So that's what we're building up to. And when we move more into our case study, I'm going to teach you how to create these 12-week treatment plans for our patients so that we have that available for them. And so this is how we rewire our brain for execution to overcome resistance, create a structure that we can commit to. So go ahead and plan out your first structured 168 hour a week. And what's one time block that you'll commit to? Is it health? Is it work? Is it self-care? Comment below and let me know, and like, share, and subscribe for more. And inside any of the wellness collectives, we have lots of execution strategies, including neuro-based strategies, depending on what we're working on. So we're going to be releasing all of our collectives coming up here. So definitely tune in for more information about that. I'm so excited. So like, share, comment, subscribe. You know what to do.